Well, I was going to get some stuff done around the house, but everything's kind of borked, so let's take a look here. Looks like just about every upgrade that I get is going to be a huge upgrade for me. Alright, well. I said Dark World. Let's do Dark World. Ooh. Let's talk to the priest and then do Dark World. The shield is actually pretty nice. It's not a huge upgrade, but the more I play the game without the shield, the more I wish I had the shield. Just being able to block any projectiles that come at you is very nice. Blocking fireballs is great, especially against blind who I'm about to fight. I'll tell you the biggest issues with these dungeons that I'm about to do is that they're the hardest dungeons. Yeah, they have the hardest bosses, is what I want to say. Alright, so now that I'm here though, I've got a couple of checks that are just free. Nice. Nice. There's 2 houses you can go into for chests. Flippers, very nice. Would have liked to have got that earlier. It's fine. Actually, that does open up a check for me, which now would be a great time to do it. Here it is. More rupees. Are there enemies here? Never remember. What? What? Why isn't it working? Alright, well, one of these has to work. That does bring a smile to my face. Maybe you can, like, hand me one of those swords on the wall. Oh, there aren't any swords on the wall. I don't need a hammer. I've got the magic powder so I can do this. I always forget to do this guy because by the time I can do it, I don't have a thing for it, and then by the time I can do it, I've got so much momentum that I don't need to be worrying about it. Ten hearts, no sword. Definitely teetering on bad luck here. Can't defend myself, that's fine. The thing with the chest is that it prevents you from doing a lot of stuff, so I'm just gonna have to do this path once more. Yeah, I can't go up north. I just skipped 3 checks. Oh, Hype Cave. I can do Hype Cave. There's gotta be something good in Hype Cave. Nice. I was planning on heading back there anyway. The flute, of course, one of the biggest upgrades. Just having it allows you to get a couple of chests, but the main thing is you can just warp everywhere with the flute. Yes. Okay. So with that, I can do Dungeon 1. Dungeon 2. Come on, really? What a jerk move. I don't have arrows, so I might put off Palace of Darkness. Maybe I'll just come back to Swamp Palace, or yeah, Swamp Palace, that's what it is. Ooh. Oh, this is perfect, actually. I can get this check, and then switch over to the light world and get those checks. There's a lot of checks here in the light world. If you're just coming here for this check here, then it feels kind of bad. But if you get that and then get these, in fact, if you can get them all in one pass, that's the best case scenario right there. Alright, well, we know that something is good over here. In fact, isn't this the cape? Isn't this the best time to get the cape? Awesome! Okay, things are finally looking up. All that I'm missing now that I want is the bow. Once I get the bow, I'm golden. And yes, the bow could be in the spot where I have to go for the bow in the first place. But there's no reason to make that assumption. It could be anywhere. I think warping out is the best. Except I didn't activate the warp yet. So I've got to go to the other side of the map. Alright. That's my fault. I take the blame there. Probably easier to just take this warp. You know what, with this, I can do... Upper again, Hyrule Castle. Maybe I should just go ahead and do that. Because if I'm going to the northwest corner anyway. May as well be able to get the check there. Oh, too far? Can't get that for quite some time. God, these arrows are pointless. The only time that you ever need this many arrows is if you get early game silver arrows. The sword, of course, is the best weapon to get in the game. That's spilled everywhere. I want my pots. These guys are so much easier with pots. I hate these guys. Anyone whose primary form of attack is being in you is just overpowered. Not sure if I have any fairies. I haven't died against this boss once. I had to go into him early and I had no hearts. You don't have to worry about any chests in here, which means that it's a pretty bad place to go to if you're just worried about progress. But if you know you can complete it anyway, you may as well. These guys are way more manageable with a shield, say as I get knocked in the face against one. Shields in general are pretty good against lances, not in this game, but like, usually. Skip these guys. Again, anything that you don't have to kill to get to the next room, you can just go. You don't have to worry about losing out any keys or chests or anything. You can just go. Five hearts, that's more than enough for this boss. Having a magic shield would make him a lot easier. As long as you attack the balls from the side and from pretty far away, then it won't be an issue for you. Getting pretty good luck so far. I hesitated too much. Always attack at the tip of the sword. All that does is unlock that warp and one check. I mainly just wanted to listen to that music. That's the nice thing about this pack. It makes you excited to listen to things. I can just get... $30 more rubies. I can go to the fairy fountain and get half the upgrades. Actually, having 60 is probably a better place to be at. 70 is a halfway point, but you can be just below 70 and it's fine. Probably faster doing this. Bombs? Bombs. Ooh. Should be it for the sanctuary. In fact, I'm cleaning up just about everywhere. I think at this point I can only do dungeons. I might just go in order. No, I'm gonna leave Palace of Darkness last, because I need the bow for that. Oh, I need the bow for the Eastern Palace. I don't want to go all the way to the Palace of Darkness when... and then have to go all the way to... Okay, I can clearly see I don't need that, but for some reason I'm going for it. Can't get through this one without the cape. And this might be a hard piece that you didn't get when you play through the game the first couple of times. With that, I can buy half of the fairy upgrades. What does this say? See him? We saw him. Okay. I've got about enough health right now where I can kind of rush into the end. Are they in here? Like, are they just done with that tree or something? They just kind of go, right? Oof. Okay, well, where else do I need? I need to to do my second pass through here, of course. Couple of good checks down here. A couple of great checks down here. Oh, I've got the Master Sword. I can do the medallions now. Let's do this. You don't actually need to select the shovel for this. It automatically makes your item the shovel when you do this. I figured if I accidentally press the wrong button or something, may as well accidentally press the right button instead. I guess that's how I can get magic. Oh, cool. Great. There's way too many... No. There's way too many bombs when I don't need them. I wouldn't change the actual proportion of bombs, because you still really need the bombs just to get through the game. I can get the upper medallion when I'm going for Turtle Rock. I shouldn't need anything from there right now. Yes, I might regret it, but it might also be great going there first, so... Let's see, am I done now? Let's just do Swan Palace. There's a lot of dungeons I can just do now. Just about all of them, in fact. I missed that. Was that more health? Always like more health. Gotta remember to do the, oh, the 2 checks on the right. Keep on forgetting about the bum. Yeah, I'm here. May as well do it. I'm ahead in terms of items. I don't need the bow for this. I am golden. What does this give me? Medallion. Oh, I don't need to do Turtle Rock. Interesting. Ah. You can soft lock yourself in this dungeon, so be careful about that. I need this one. There is a cracked wall on the left, but I don't think it gets you anything. Oh, this right here is the key that can soft lock you, so be very careful with it. At first I was going for you shouldn't pick up that key until you're sure that it can't be soft locked. But I then forgot about that key and I just about soft locked myself there, so. Big key, nice. It just lets me get this check here early. You still have to go left. Ugh. It's more insulting once I stop needing them. You need a lot of bombs in the early game, but late game, not so much. Just remember to always go south first. And then you'll be fine. I hate remembering things though. I'd rather just go. So here, you want to hit this? Push the switch. Ooh, slow down. And then hit this again. Otherwise you can't get a chest in the future, which you need. It's at this point in the game where the game starts trolling you. Like, the first dungeons are fun because playing this game is fun. But after a while, they decide that they have to be difficult, so they start giving you trolls. And it's kind of like, fine. If you memorize the game, it's fine. And playing this randomized is so much fun that's worth it. It's also not a super great game. Like, what I want is better designed dungeons in this format, I guess. Anyway, a bit of a shortcut here. You can just hookshot across. Of course, this is the big key, so you can't get the hookshot until you get this in the original game. Oh. That's not what I was expecting to happen. From here, it's a straight shot to the end. As long as you know where all the keys and stuff are. I hate this. I have the cane of Samaria at this point, right? But you can't use it for the spot here because the cane of Samaria goes away as soon as you leave the screen, and you've got to leave the screen in order to get through this thing over here. Oh, really? I thought for sure it would be done by the time I got there. That spot above me is a bit of a troll too. Okay. That was Bombos, right? Bombos is the best of the spells. And of course you need a specific spell to get into Misery Mire, and then another one for Turtle Rock. I say a specific one because it changes each randomizer. Bombos is the best of the spells that they can get because Ether freezes some enemies. Quake, I think it like turns a lot of enemies into slimes, but Bombos just kills everything. So if you're going to spend that time on a big spell, may as well kill everything instead of debuffing them. Alright. If you can get the Tempered Sword by the time you get here, it's worth it. You can have your time on this boss if you just have the Tempered Sword. What? What hit me? Great. Oh, come on! Still a pretty easy boss though, so it's not worth worrying about too much. We should probably change that one with a with more of a subdued version of it. Quite a few things to do over here. Ugh. Hate those things. Things should not be flying and range at the same time. Nice. Let's go down here now. Don't really need any of these items. Could have waited until I've been doing the Ice Palace for this. Or I could just do the Ice Palace now. It's just, if I do it, then I'm not really ahead anymore. But I am here. Yeah, I'm here. Let's go ahead and do it. It's an easy enough dungeon. It's at just the point where it gets challenging but doesn't throw you too hard. A Bombos, right? If you have half magic, then it's really worth spamming Bombos in this dungeon. Oh, nice. If you get that early, that just means that you... I don't know if it's an entire extra pass that you save out on. But it makes it a lot nicer for... Oh, come on! I was kind of hoping to hit the guy in front of me, actually. Move, please. Ah, fuck you. Yeah, I need that health. Yeah, I don't care. I guess a third. Oh, okay, second one. It's all that you really need in here. I don't even know why that switch is there, because It just hurts you here. I usually say don't bother going up north, but it does actually help you. I think the second time through you want to go up north. But you're missing out a lot if you do that. It traps you in there, it's one of those things. I often miss this guy when going through this. Only a map this time. I often like the map and the compass, but I've played through this game so many times I really don't need it. It'd be nice if there was like a Zelda Maker type deal, where people design their own dungeons, and then randomizers randomly had one of the highest rated dungeons. So that each time you went through it, you have to go through it for the first time. Maybe a random overworld too. Yeah, go right here now. If you go into that room that I told you not to go to, you drop off here. But if you go right here, it's not that big of a deal. Hate that room. So trolly. Yes, I'm missing out on a couple of things by doing this, but I'll be back for it. First of all, this is a lot better with the quick item swap. I mean, the quick pausing. One of these guys. There you go. So much stuff in this room. It's like, you gotta open the door, you gotta find a chest, you gotta find a small key. 15 hearts. At 15 hearts, I'm comfortable to finish the game. Still probably have a lot more that I can do, but I don't have to do anything else at this point. Ugh, Turtle Rock is probably the worst place to have the green pendant in. You really want Turtle Rock to be a blue crystal. Now that I've done everything upstairs, I can just drop down here. It's not a big deal. Come on. And if you really have to get across, like you just got the big key or something, you can hookshot across. It's a good thing I had the key. You can go over to the right if you don't have the Cane of Samaria. For some reason, I always have the Cane of Samaria when I go in here. But if you have Vamos, Just use it once. Probably best to switch over to the Can of Sumeria. Ooh, this boss can be tricky. I have died against him once. It was embarrassing and frustrating. I hate it. Like, look how much damage he does. All I can do is bump into you. But with all this crazy slowdowns, so many people to keep track of, it can be threatening. Especially with the Master Sword. If you want to do damage against this guy, more damage, you can use a Fire Rod. Yeah, I'm 2 hits away from death right now. Ooh. Ooh. Very? Very. There we go. There's no reason not to use the Cane of Burna if you're in a boss fight. Fuck. That's only 2 hits, though. 3 hits! Awesome! Ugh. Okay. The single arrow! You get all the magic back at the end of a fight anyway, so may as well use it all there. Now, it's very possible that the next sword upgrades are just in Ganon's Tower and I can't do anything about it. Okay. Still need 600 more rupees before I can get the rest of the upgrades. Always forget to check this guy. Always remember to check him. Even when he gives rupees. Alright, not much else I can do besides dungeons. May as well do this one first. I'm always glad for any dungeon that doesn't require the bow. Well, the more an item is required, the more likely you are to get the item. So that's kind of nice. The sword is not strictly required for anything besides dungeon bosses, I guess? Oof. I'm skipping that one because it activates a trap. It's not a major trap, but if I'm going to deal with that anyway, I may as well deal with that as little as possible. Small key doesn't super help here. Although if you don't get one, you're trapped in here. Big key helps. That helps me not have to backtrack. You can backtrack for this guy here. But it's easy enough to get where it might be worth getting it on the first go. kind of always hate dungeons where you have to get out and then come back in because it ruins the song. If it just saved where on the song you were, it'd be so much better. Oh, you have to hit the switch here. I always forget that. Okay. Usually the mirror is better than that, but any benefit you can get is a good benefit. Right, that's a good half a dungeon right there. It's just done. If I didn't get the big key, I'd have to come back to that spot, which isn't a big deal. You kind of have to go back there anyway. This spot's probably the most frustrating. There's one check behind here. But, we got the can of some area. There's a magic refill over on the right. That's worth getting. Should bomb it first. Now this key goes to that door over there, but that door doesn't go anywhere. So if you just pick it up, you got an extra key. There's another door that you don't have to hit, so you can get up to 2 extra keys in this dungeon. Doesn't quite help you when you want to get all the keys anyway, but it might save you some time here or there. In fact, there's a room where all you can get is a key, so you can pretty much skip that if you've got an extra key on you. If you don't have the mirror in this dungeon, it can get quite frustrating. You have to walk all the way back as opposed to just using the mirror there. Always in a bad spot. Hate this room. If I really cared, I can use bombers or something. So here, if you're really quick, you can get through it without a problem. And here you can skip all this. And booyah, boss time. I don't know why they give you arrows there. The arrows don't work against them. What does work is Skin and Burner. Oh wow, that's the hardest boss in the game. Got plenty of time to do the next dungeon too. If you got the big key there and not someplace earlier, then now is a great time to get the big chest. So this goes directly into Thieves Town now. The most lucrative thing you can do in this randomizer is explore the overworld, and only go into dungeons if you strictly have to. Or if you can complete that dungeon in one pass. You do strictly have to get to Ganon's tower, so obviously you want to go into dungeons as quickly as you can. But there's no reason to go in there if you don't have the items for it, unless, you know, you just... Oh, thank you. Desperate for items like I am. Right. That means I can do... Dark Palace and Eastern Palace. Because of how quick you have to go back to it, it's not that big of a deal to do the Eastern Palace once and then come back to it. I often have to do that. I don't have to go into every dungeon in order to get the item that's in there to do some other dungeon. But the Eastern Palace isn't that bad of a dungeon to do that with. Okay, with that I can do Turtle Rock. I'm free to finish the game. I would obviously prefer to have the silver arrows or the tempered sword. I don't even need the golden sword, just the tempered sword's enough. And get incidentally owned on. Eh. Just kind of hoping. Eh. As much back and forth as there is in this dungeon, the mirror isn't that great because it sets you so far back. The roughest part of this dungeon is the beginning of it. Ooh, mushroom. Close. As it turns out, you don't even need the Titan's Mitts in this dungeon. I thought this thing right here you can only pick up with the Titan's Mitts. But no, you can just pick it up with the Power Glove. That leaves that spot over to the left useless. But this spot. That's the only spot, actually, that you can get... that you can't get unless you have a specific item. The rest of this dungeon you can do just about naked. But that spot you absolutely need the hammer for. Okay. Nope. I thought that this was a shortcut out, but you can just do it whenever you want. In fact, it might be a bit faster. One problem, of course, is that this is the hardest boss in the game. They've got a ton of fairies, it's not so bad. The food they serve guards last centuries. It would be nice to do this guy with the red shield. Oh god, he does 3 hearts with a laser. Alright. Once he gets back up, I can be defensive here. And then, bam, just... Can I burn at him? Yeah. I could have done that sooner. Okay, nothing good there. And with that, I have both red crystals, which means that the bomb is unlocked, which usually means silver arrows and golden sword. But that's not where the silver arrows or the golden sword are. Still, 2 checks. I don't have 100 rupees. Fuck! Okay. I have to remember about that, but I don't have the 100 rupees that I need in order to actually check it out. So, 4 dungeons left. That includes the eastern ones. Oh, right. Oh, cool. A little bit late there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I'm going to do the Eastern Palaces. I need 100 rupees for that. Fuck, I guess I'm doing the Small Palace next. In that case, now's a good time to take a break. I'll see you guys later.